Hello, I'm Tima Bansal. I'm a professor at the Ivey Business School. I'm also the director for the Center for Building Sustainable Value.
And I'm James Larsen. I'm an MBA candidate graduating in April 2011. And Tima and I are here to discuss a little bit about sustainability and Ivey. And Tima, I'd just like to kick it off by kind of flashing back to when we first met. And I remember thinking, oh, like Ivey and the Center for Building Sustainable Value, this is really interesting. Seeing sustainability incorporated into business. And I was just wondering if you could talk a little bit about your center and the goals and objectives of that. Yeah.
So let me start, though, by telling you how we perceive sustainability, because I think it's this ambiguous word that most people don't know. And I think that the way that we've defined it within the center is where a corporation looks both at its own private interests as well as recognizing that it has a public face as well. And so it's interested in the public interest. And those corporations that can do both simultaneously are ones that build sustainable value. Yeah. So it's it's I think important because I think there's a perception that business schools are all about money, but I think that business schools are very much about society as well. So it's a frank admission of that in a way. It's one of the 4 strategic areas of the school, as you know. And I think that one of the neat things about it is that about 1/3 of the faculty do work in this area. And there's very few business schools in Canada that can hold a candle up to that. And so I think we do take it very seriously at the school.
Yeah, I was just kind of thinking about the title of the center. It's interesting. It's not sustainability. It's building sustainable value, and that's a really good point because I guess in the end that's really what it's all about, right? It's trying to hit that triple bottom line, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Further to the center, I think there's also a network, right?
And I know we've talked a little bit about it before, but I'm really proud of the network. The network is an international network of both researchers and managers or practitioners. And it's trying to bring the 2 silos together because ultimately sustainability is about breaking down silos and starting to think about new business models. So we have over 1,000 managers involved in the network, over 600 academics, and it's, like I said, international. And it's changing the discourse in the field already. So if you were to Google business sustainability, I'm very proud of this, that the Network for Business Sustainability would be number 2 or 3, next to Wikipedia, unfortunately, but it's always the case. And so we're changing the discourse in the field, and it's happening at Ivey, and I think that it's something we should be proud of. And so few students know about this, but I'll tell you one of the things that's really impressive too about Ivey and its approach to sustainability is the MBA students. And I know that you've shown a lot of leadership in that. So can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing?
Yeah, definitely. So this year we actually launched a Sustainability Club within the MBA class. And it's been great because we have just over 20 members, which is about 15% of our class, which I think is tremendous interest for a club that's just started. And you mentioned silos a little bit earlier, and as an MBA student, you really see the schism between the silo of consulting and banking, and so it's sustainability isn't one of those main pillars, but we're trying to make it that, and to see that initial interest, it's great. And over the course of the year,
pillar though that crosses all of them, right? As
exactly.
To a separate one,
And that's what we're trying to show them, right? So we've had a couple great initiatives. We had an electronics and recycling battery recycling program, which we launched this year, and we've diverted just like pounds and pounds of
scary how many batteries we use.
I know, it's funny, but I get emails all the time from people saying thank you so much for starting the program. So it's great to see the enthusiasm. And then the 2 big initiatives, of course, are the Ecological Footprint Reduction Challenge and the conference. So the challenge is a great opportunity for us to really campaign sustainability, and that's more on a personal front. So really it's all about personal lifestyles and the adjustments that we can make to become more sustainable and reduce our impact. And so that week will lead nicely into the conference, which is really exciting because as I mentioned before about the whole silos and people coming to business school and thinking about business, it's great to kind of step back and have a conference that shows how does sustainability relate to business. So there's students, fellow students of mine that are going to be iBankers and A lot of them think, well, how does sustainability relate? But it does. It permeates across everything, right? So this conference will be a great opportunity to showcase that. And we've got some great speakers, as you know, Adrienne Clarkson, one of the past Governor Generals. And so I think it's going to be just a great event. And that's on.
And to have speakers from academia, from government, of course, Adrienne Clarkson, and then
business.
From business.
Exactly, representing all sectors, just giving that broad and diverse understanding of how it relates. And so that's on Wednesday, March 9th. From 7 till 9, so that's going to be a great 2 hours.
I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
I think we have a lot to be proud of, though, in terms of the MBA students taking this initiative on their own.
Yeah.
And it's not really anything that the faculty have pushed. So.
Yeah. And we really want this to be a legacy, right? If we can put our school on the map some way and put it on with such a great cause like building sustainable value, I think that'll just be a great legacy to leave.
Good.
So yeah.
Thanks, James.
Thank you.